Oh, Jacob here. We're starting a new commentary type playlist, and it's just going to be called YouTube Thoughts. It's been a few days. Nice to see you guys. So let's jump into it. We're going to be talking about the future of Destiny and basically its next upcoming expansion, which is the House of Wolves. Um, so let's get started. Before I go into what we should expect and what I'm looking forward to and what I think should be in the House of Wolves. Let's go through with these first two DLCs, The Dark Below and The House of Wolves, just into the problems that Destiny had during its final stages of being released and why we have this chopped up storyline, because not everyone knows and not everyone caught on Twitter or Twitter and Reddit and stuff like that, where all of this stuff was leaked and people were talking about it. So we have instances where basically if you let's just go from the start of the story. Um, Through the final stages of Destiny's release, we had problems with the sound. The lead for sound, he has been with Bungie for years. Um, Basically, they had signed a new contract saying he would stay with them until like 2020 or so, something like that. And everything was going good, and then for some reason he was fired. So, that's already a red flag. You have the guy that was making the original soundtracks from Halo getting fired when he's been making all the soundtracks for even Destiny now, and it's been like a year or two, you know, let's say in total, probably like 3 or 4 years in production, and they're on their fifth year about to release it or whatever. And so we have the lead person for sound. Now for story, the lead person for story. I think there was conflict in the studio, and basically, some of the upper people in Activision were, putting stress on Bungie and saying, you need to have this done at this time. Due to contracts and all this stuff, they can't like shortcut, or they'll lose funding and it'll look bad to the big investors, the people at the very top who actually like run everything. Because everyone under basically has to you know fall in line. They have to basically just please the upper people, all the investors, all the people that keep Activision running, because they're the publishing company, and if they drop it, then it's all going to hell. And plus, they have all these contracts with PlayStation and such that make it to where certain DLC or certain content needs to be released for PlayStation, so they have to make sure that everything falls in line. And so we get this part of the story where we have the finished story that the original alpha testers played. The story that we have now, it's obviously not what was intended. In the very beginning, we have video docs or vidocs, and it shows the Queen's brother. He's a main character. He's out there hunting us in the wild. And in the full game, we have none of that. We're completely missing him, and he's just this side character for the queen now. And so it's just all like it's all fucked up. And so what ended up happening is they cut everything and tried to rehash in the last few months this chopped up story, and that's why we have no story. We have all the factions have no storyline. We got like the bare minimum. And so what they did was they took stuff that wasn't finished, which was The Dark Below and House of Wolves, and they made that not playable, like closed off, whatever. Like when they had the whole leak for all the content on the disc, like that stuff really wasn't finished. It wasn't coded, it wasn't ready to be played, but it was intended to be with the original storyline. So coming back around, you know, these first two DLCs, The Dark Below and The House of Wolves, we're getting content that is new, but it wasn't supposed to be new. This is going to be stuff on Earth, like how The Dark Below has been stuff on Earth and the Moon. It's going to be the similar stuff. Hopefully, with The Dark Below, they have used more than enough of the unused, storyline content to where in the House of Wolves we'll get newer stuff. And by newer stuff, I mean like maybe a new planet, or maybe just I'm hoping we'll get new stuff on other planets. There's a significant amount of fallen on Venus, and so I'm hoping that we'll have that DLC on Venus also, and not just on Earth because that would be lame. And there was just a lot of like conflict, and I could easily see the company like taking the safe route because they've been working all this time. They want the game to come out, so they had to take these necessary steps to make sure the game came out, rather than not being ready and being sued by PlayStation or Activision or anyone that they signed contracts with. Also, like just a note, I feel bad for the devs that worked on this and had this vision and it didn't come out how they intended, because we know that they didn't work on this storyline for the past 5 years or so. Like that, they didn't. That's just impossible because it's not that great, and you can tell that things are missing. This is a long video. Oh my god. Alright guys, well, I'm done talking for the night. We'll continue this another time. Thanks for watching. I'm Jacob. I'm out. Hold on. I'm gonna sign us out with Kitty. Oh, you were in there. I thought you were in there. Nom 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 nom. Alright, Kitty, give him a wave. Give him a nice little wave. Bye, guys. Oh, you're burning.